Hi, I'm Walter with Heartland Firearm Furniture and Accessories. This is the Mosin Nagant Pistol Grip 10 round magazine. And this is the little Mosin we're going to be putting around today. So when you open up the package, you're going to find your instructions and the magazine. Now when you look at the magazine, you're going to notice that there's a rubber band on it. That rubber band is holding the follower. Now the follower is under spring pressure, so when you remove the rubber band, be careful of that spring pressure. There we go. There's the follower, there's the spring, and there's the mag. Now, to install this onto your Mosin, you're going to need a couple of tools. You're going to need a regular screwdriver, and you're going to need a flat file. Okay? Now, the first thing you want to do with your Mosin is make sure that you're empty. I typically take the bolt out. It just makes it easier to install the magazine. What I want to do is flip this over, and now you want to remove your floor plate. So you lift it up, you squeeze it together, and that comes right out. Now to install your pistol grip magazine, all you do is catch that front with the clip and roll it right back on. This is where you're going to need your screwdriver. You're going to have to pry that little spring clip back and then onto the magazine. This is a little closer version on how these two go together. You have on your housing itself this little pin here and your spring clip. On the pistol grip magazine, you have this catch here for that pin, and then back here is where the spring clip goes. What we did is we cut one of the housings in half so you can see it better and how it works. Again, what you want to do is catch that pin in front and roll this back up. This is where you need your screwdriver to kind of help the catch around the back of the magazine. And then I'll typically take my screwdriver and make sure that it's set all the way. And that's it. Shoe's all installed. Next, what you want to do is put your follower in. Now if you look at your follower, you're going to have these T's on here. What you want to do is just break those off. And this is what you need your file for. Those are going to leave just little bumps on the top. So you just want to file those little bumps off. There we go. It doesn't take very much, just a little bit. Now the follower, one side is very thin and the other side is thick. The thick side goes to the back. So when you insert this, you just slip it right in and just push it down past the follower. And that's it. It's all done. Reinstall your bolt. And you're set. We just installed the pistol grip magazine onto our Mosin Nagant. We want to talk about movement. If you have any forward and back movement or side to side movement, you're going to want to fix that. On this Mosin and yours, most likely, you will not have any movement at all. But if you do, there's a couple of things you can do to try to fix it. The first is to replace your housing itself. That will probably take care of the issue. If not, or if you'd like to try something else, you can permanently attach your pistol grip onto your housing by using black RTV silicone. And what we'll do is we'll get set up and we'll show you how to do that right now. It's really pretty simple. All you need is black RTV silicone. You can get this from your automotive store. It's gasket material. You need your new housing or your housing you're going to use. Make sure it's clean and free of grease and oils. You're going to need the rubber band that was holding the follower and the spring in. You're going to need that. You're going to need a couple of paper towels for cleanup. Okay, this is really simple to do. You want to have your housing ready. You're going to take your black RTV silicone. You're going to put a couple of beads of silicone all the way from the pin all the way to the back of the housing. Just like that. You're going to do that on both sides. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this, but the bead's just up a little bit off of the edge. Okay? Then you're going to want to take a little bit more silicone and put it right where the little groove is in the hook right there. Just put a little bit of silicone in there. just like that. Okay, let's cap the silicone before we make a mess. Now when you install your magazine back on, you do it the exact same way. You catch the pin in the hook and you roll that right down. You're going to want to use your screwdriver again to help with the spring, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Now with your rubber band, you want to put your rubber band on to make sure that you hold back pressure, because this has to be all the way back. Okay? Then you want to take your paper towels and clean up any silicone that might have squished out from the top. So just wipe that right down. And let's get the other side. And there we go. You're all set. Now all you have to do is just let this dry for 24 hours before you go and reinstall it on your gun. Okay? I did one yesterday. It's right here. It's all dry. We're going to go ahead and we're going to install that onto our 9130. It's going to be installed the same way. Remove your bolt. I like to flip them upside down. Remove your floor plate. Take your rubber band off. Now on this you're going to have to remove your screws. And pull your old housing straight up and off. Now the housing with the grip will fit on the exact same way. And let's snug it down. And that's it. Let's reinstall the bolt. And you're ready to go. Now that will never move and that'll never come off. And you're set. Ready to go out to the range. Something we forgot to talk about is when we glued this together, we want to check down inside the magazine to make sure that there's no silicone in there. Now the way we did it, you shouldn't have any, but you still want to check just to be sure. Hi, I'm Walter and I'm with Heartland. We're going to attach this to the back of all the instruction videos of any issues that seem to come up and customers call us about. We had one customer call us and tell us that his pin was too wide and it wouldn't fit into the magazine. So what we had him do is we just had him remove a little bit of material. We've never seen anything like this before, and we did have him measure this, and it was extremely large. Larger than any one that we've checked when we designed this. But if you do have that issue, you just want to take a file and just remove a little bit of material from each side, and it'll go right on and you won't have any problems. Okay, we had another customer call us, and he assembled his onto his Mosin, and he took it out to the range and it fell off. And he called us and told us it was tight, it didn't move. What happened? Well, we talked for a while on the phone, and then he told us what he did. He said, well, when I got it, I originally put it together and I slipped it on. He said I didn't use a screwdriver, he used a hammer, and he hit it 4 or 5 times on the back trying to drive it on, thinking that the magazine would just pop right past the spring. Well, that didn't work, so then he grabbed a screwdriver and he put it on the way that we told everybody to. He went out to the range, shot it, and after a couple of rounds it came off. Well, what happened is, what we think, is when he was driving this down with the hammer, he was on the top of the round part of the catch spring. And he's driving that down and he caused a little fracture in the back of it. So then when he started to shoot, it broke off. We went out to the range yesterday and we did just that. We assembled this magazine on this rifle with a hammer. Hit it 4 or 5 times, then put it on with the screwdriver, took it out to the range, and it did break. This is the part that broke off right here. We'll get a close-up video of it here to show you. But yeah, so please don't hammer them on. Use your screwdriver. We also do recommend that you permanently attach them to your magazine, because then you know it's never going to move at all. Okay, let's get a close-up of these parts. Okay, here's the breakage. You can see right here where the spring clip should be, the top of it, and it's down here on the mat. It should look like this and be all attached and have nice spring to it and a nice curve. Yeah, so please, when you assemble these together, use the screwdriver.